ACW fans, we are on the air. My name is the historian Angus Ardacey. I am joined once again by the voice of ACW, Coach Cornell.
That's right, Angus, the newly rechristened Coach Cornell. But we have a massive night here tonight, live back from the Estonian Hall for ACW Pick Your Poison. Let's give him the rundown, Angus.
That's right, tonight in your main event, it is a four-way hardcore match for the ACW Evolve Championship. The champion, HAVOK, is putting his title on the line against the three former holders, James Kray, Zach Sabbath, and Kit. As well as that, the ACW Women's Tournament rolls on. We've got first round matches between Izzy Shaw and Ari Nicole, and Mickey Fortune and Amber.
But let's not forget, we've also got the two Pick Your Poison matches here tonight as well, Angus, with Dean Brady going up against the Olympic hero Jake Andrew Arthur, as well as Downunder going up against Wrestle Rampage's own Punch Drunk Istria. What a night, what a night, Angus, and I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Me neither. In fact, right now, let's go down center ring with Sean Thomas. Well, here comes Prince Apollo to kick off Pick Your Poison. Thank you so much for joining us here at ACW in the Estonian Hall. Coach Cornell, we've got a hot one to start off. Two young upstarts here in South Australian wrestling clashing for the first time in singles action. I can't wait.
Absolutely. We've got quite possibly the two biggest future stars of South Australian wrestling going head to head here right now, and I can't wait. This one's going to be absolutely fantastic.
And Prince Apollo been on a little bit of a roll lately since being joined by Sir Simple Simon. I think they're going to match up really well against Kaitoa here tonight. I can't quite separate them in terms of points yet, but Kaitoa, we're about to see him for the first time in several months here. As always, a fantastic reception for Kaitoa. The last we saw of Kaitoa here at ACW was when he defeated Adam Brooks. He finally got that monkey off his back. And here he is back in ACW Adelaide Championship Wrestling here tonight.
Absolutely, Kaitoa, the young man, born and bred here in Adelaide, South Australia, fresh out of the RCW Academy, looking to make a name for himself in South Australia and perhaps further on in the world of professional wrestling. Like I've said many times before on this broadcast, Kaitoa is a name that, mark my words, the world is going to know about in just a few short years, Angus.
Oh, I am so excited to see where this young man goes from here. Look, take nothing away from Prince Apollo, but Kaitoa has just been so impressive. And like I said, since defeating Adam Brooks, really, the sky is the limit for this young man.
And here we go, singles match underway. Kaitoa and Prince Apollo one-on-one here at ACW's Pick Your Poison.
Yeah, really been looking forward to this one. Prince Apollo has stated that he thinks people are overlooking him in favor of Kaitoa, despite these two sort of getting their start around the same time, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Both coming out of the RCW Academy pretty well right after each other, I would imagine.
Yeah, Kaitoa debuting just a few months before Prince Apollo. But all of social media, all of Australian wrestling is talking about Kaitoa, and that's put a massive chip on the shoulder of the gold star, Prince Apollo. Look at this, Kaitoa lighting him up with those chops.
I think you say you put a bit of a chip in his chest with those chops from Kaitoa.
Side headlock now by Prince Apollo, the gold star. Sent off the ropes, but held on. Look at that. Held on to that side headlock, Coach.
Prince Apollo using his clear size difference here to his advantage against the young man Kaitoa. And beautiful, beautiful headlock takedown there by the young Prince.
And now look, as a former state champion in amateur wrestling, you must be impressed with what he's seeing so far.
Absolutely. Not ashamed of my amateur wrestling background. 2-time former national Australian champion, so I love a good headlock takedown when I see one, I guess.
And look at this counter out of the leg scissors. Beautifully done by Prince Apollo, not finished yet, rolls through, and look at that again, applying that side headlock, and now the cravat, the roll through. Kaitoa avoids that kick as well. Quick on his feet is Kaitoa. Blink and you will miss something. Nice leapfrog. The hip toss, but again, Kaitoa landing on his feet, and Apollo doesn't know what to do, I don't think.
Well, this is the thing, Angus. When you come out of an academy together, having trained with each other so constantly, it's almost like you know each other like the back of your own hand. So it's like, what more can these two young men throw at each other?
Well, tell you what, look at Kaitoa countering that German, landing both feet firmly on the floor. And I don't think Apollo's realized it. Simon's trying to bark some orders. Look at this. Look at this. 21 plex.
Good Lord.
21 plex from Kaitoa. Apollo staggered. Go for that Kaitoa cutter, but no one home, and Kaitoa realized it. Apollo favoring that neck.
I was going to say, Prince Apollo smart enough to get out of the way, but I think he actually might be seriously hurt here. Maybe tweaked his neck or...
Yeah, he landed high and tight on that 21 plex. The referee's just conferring.
Oh, but look, Simple Simon on the apron.
Oh no, it was a well-executed game plan here from Prince Apollo.
Absolutely.
Lateral press, the cover, and Kaitoa kicks out.
I was just going to say, you might not agree with it, but you can't argue with the results, Angus.
Well, this is exactly what Simple Simon is out here to do. He's here to run that interference, cause that distraction, add that advantage, that outside advantage to the game plans of Prince Apollo.
Speaking of game plans, Prince Apollo seems to be working on Kaitoa's leg now, which is an absolutely fantastic strategy, taking the legs away from this young man, because if a man can't walk, he can't fight.
And he can't fly either, which is exactly what Kaitoa is known for, but he's still got those fists. And if anything, whoa, jeez!
Inside out, upside down goes Kaitoa.
I was going to say, if there's anything Kaitoa has proven over these last few months, it's resilience. The resilience to go in the ring, defeat the likes of punch-drunk Istria, of Joey Graham, and of course of Adam Brooks. But, hold on, I'm just hearing Prince Apollo basically reiterating what I'm just saying. Prince Apollo now setting Kaitoa up on top. Interesting strategy. We know Kaitoa can do some amazing things from up there, but not when he's neutralized like he is right now, Coach.
Oh, absolutely. And Prince Apollo just going straight back to work on that left leg of Kaitoa.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's kept that laser focus, but now stomping on the throat, the windpipe. Great way to take out the breath control, which is something Kaitoa absolutely uses in his matches.
Well, as we've seen, Prince Apollo's really only been around for a cup of coffee, but has made such a fantastic impact in his short time here, but misses with that drop kick.
Yeah, great counter by Kaitoa to have that wherewithal to sit up, engage the core, avoided disaster, and look at this. Outside goes Prince Apollo, but he catches Kaitoa and hot shots him above the top rope there.
Very, very smart strategy there by Prince Apollo, using every part of that. I was going to say, using every part of that ring to his advantage as a weapon.
Cover again, kick out once again by Kaitoa, who's favoring that left knee. You can see it right there, folks. Fans letting Prince Apollo know exactly what they think of him.
The disrespect of these ACW fans on the young Prince. Really, it turns my stomach sometimes, Angus.
Well, you know, they've witnessed the growth of Kaitoa. They're right behind this young man. Look at that matrix kip up, favoring that knee, and that took just too much time, allowing Prince Apollo to counter. But Kaitoa, he slides down the back, ducks, and goes for that Kaitoa cutter.
Oh my God!
Caught with that power bomb. No, not enough. What a unique counter to that Kaitoa cutter.
Did you see Kaitoa's head just bounced off the canvas like it was a basketball?
And he's just reaching for the back of his neck there. I'm hoping Kaitoa's okay. That was a nasty landing for the young man. The knee, the neck, potentially the windpipe. Just being dissected by Prince Apollo right now. And now Apollo taking his time, using his whole body weight, crushing that knee.
Here we go again.
Great work by Prince Apollo, wise beyond his years. So many times we see people get distracted with a flourish of offense from Kaitoa, but simply kicking Apollo to the outside buys him a little bit of time here.
Look at this, Kaitoa clearly has suffered some pretty significant damage to that knee, favoring it, but here comes Prince Apollo with a beautiful dive-in sunset flip, but...
Countered by Kaitoa, countered by Kaito, no! Oh, nice drop kick there.
And look at that, straight back to the knee, Angus.
Exactly right. That knee has had some significant damage done to it so far.
And knowing me like you do, I know a thing or two about knee injuries.
Hey, look, I mean, it's impressive you've come back from double ACL surgery. You know what it's like. Don't want to see Kaitoa be put on the shelf for over 3 years.
No, absolutely not.
Hips up again. This time gets that Pele kick. Staggering Apollo, who now drops to one knee. Kaitoa measuring his man right now. Going for maybe that Kaitoa cutter again. Oh, no. Apollo grabs the tights. Using those tights to his advantage, thinking maybe some sort of burning hammer.
Kaitoa throwing some elbows, gets back on his feet.
Here comes the young Kaitoa with that Kaitoa cutter. This time he gets it. We'll find out if that neck injury earlier was genuine or not, because he landed Prince Apollo right on his crown.
But look, interestingly enough, Angus, Kaitoa not going for the cover right away. Would this have something to do with his injured knee, or?
Well, no, this is he's thinking the move that put Adam Brooks away. Look into that corner, maybe thinking that Super Kaitoa cutter. Getting the fans right into this one.
Rallying the ACW faithful here. What's the young man got on his mind?
Wait. Remember Simon on the outside, grabbing that leg. The Prince up to his feet here. That delay allowing Apollo, maybe thinking electric chair drop. One winged angel maybe. Hold on, victory roll, 2, kick out, cover, he's got the ropes. Well, Prince Apollo countering that victory roll, but grabbing the ropes, coach, and getting the 1, 2, the 3. The first loss for Kaitoa in over 6 months here in ACW.
What a fantastic play there by Prince Apollo. Doing the smart thing, using the ring to his advantage, and walks away with a clear, decisive victory against Kaitoa.
Hey, look, you've got to consider the help, the assistance So Simple Simon gave on the outside, but look, Kaitoa did not have his wits about him enough in this one. Prince Apollo takes advantage, gets the 3. Your victor here tonight at Pick Your Poison.
Well, it's like I always say, Angus, a good teammate knows his place within the team, and that's exactly what Simple Simon did here tonight.
Yeah.
A true team player working together with Prince Apollo to secure his captain a victory.
Yeah, So Simple Simon and Prince Apollo are working so well together. This a huge victory for Prince Apollo. ACW General Manager Nick Savage must now surely have his eyes on Prince Apollo for maybe an Evolve Championship opportunity, maybe even a future ACW Heavyweight title shot down the line. A lot of momentum in the corner of Prince Apollo.
Oh, but hang on, Prince Apollo getting back in the ring.
Making his way back down. Going after that knee again. Just driving some shots there into the head of Kaito. I'm not sure what he's expecting to get out of this. Instructed to ring the bell here from referee Josh Stewart. We've got to get some help out here, I think. No, come on, what are you doing here?
Prince Apollo now wrapping a chair around either the knee or the ankle of Kaitoa, but you heard it right there. Prince Apollo said, "This is my time now."
Prince Apollo up on the top. What is he thinking here? Look at this! Look at this! No! Jeez! just destroying, shattering the knee of Kaitoa.
Look, here comes some help.
Yeah, Malachi Slick. Where's Ryan? Scheduled to compete later here tonight. Marco Mercer out as well. They got to get these guys out of here. They got to get Sir Simple Simon Principal out of here. Kaitoa could be in some serious jeopardy. That knee just absolutely obliterated by that chair.
Not even just the knee, Angus. You know, the ankle, the whole leg even. We don't know. His leg could be broken.
This is not good. This is definitely not good. I think we're going to have to evaluate Kaitoa. I don't even know if he's able to leave here under his own power, Coach.
You can hear a pin drop in this room, Angus. Look how much it just changed the atmosphere in this room.
I know, not the way we wanted to start here tonight. We had such a fantastic event.
Look at him, he can't even stand up. He's getting carried out here by Wes Ryan and Malachi Slick.
Yeah, this is unbelievable.
It has to be some serious damage here suffered from Kaitoa here tonight.
So disappointing, the young career of Kaitoa. I hope this doesn't stall it too much because, wow, such a promising future.
Lost for words, aren't you?
Lost for words. Let's go back to Sean Thomas.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is a quarterfinal contest in the ACW Championship Wrestling Women's Title Tournament. Making her way to the ring, she is the Doll of Slay Style, Izzy Shaw!
Izzy Shaw making her way out for the first round, the quarterfinals, you could also call it, of the ACW Women's Championship Tournament. She has Ari Nicole in the first round. Let's just quickly recap your semi-finalist qualifiers. Of course, Leah Lovegrove qualifying at our last event, as well as Savannah Summers.
Making her way to the ring, she is the Fever Dream, Ari Nicole!
Well, the Fever Dream, Ari Nicole, direct from PCW over in Melbourne, looking to make a name for herself here in Adelaide here tonight by punching her ticket closer to the finals of the ACW Women's Championship Tournament, Angus. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, this is our second time seeing Ari Nicole. I was extremely impressed the last time. Let's see how she goes up against the veteran, the Doll of Slay Style. Is that what I'm hearing right? The Doll of Slay Style. New nickname here, new moniker for Izzy Shaw. All right, the Fever Dream versus Izzy Shaw. Let's see how this one unfolds. Lock up to start, side headlock from Izzy Shaw.
Another beautiful headlock takedown there by Izzy Shaw.
Yeah, look at this. Ari Nicole counters though. Leg scissors. Izzy Shaw's got to get out of this one. Of course, we mentioned at our last event, we saw the first two semi-finalists of the ACW Women's Tournament advance. Leah Lovegrove, of course, defeating Axe Massacre, and Savannah Summers defeating Eugenie, and Violet Blitz, who just entered herself into the tournament. And so the winner of this match here tonight will face the winner of our next quarterfinal later on tonight between Amber and Nikki Fortune. What a field.
Absolutely, Angus. Women's wrestling in Australia, and more specifically South Australian wrestling, we are really on the forefront of showcasing what these incredible women have to offer within this crazy sport of professional wrestling. And I am honestly very, very proud of what the ACW... Oh, and here we go, quick cover.
A really nice technical prowess here from the Fever Dream, Ari Nicole.
She must have a good coach.
Oh, look at this, La Magistral. 2 count only. Ari Nicole, in her comments earlier in the week, said she's coming up to 1 year in the business, and she's looking to become a champion for the first time and thinking how sweet it would be for her first title to be an interstate championship.
And you know, it's crazy to think that with the skill set that Ari Nicole has, that she's only been wrestling for not even a full calendar year.
Yeah, I mean, her skills, the fact her name has spread like wildfire across the scene, so impressive from the young Fever Dream.
Beautiful cravat hold there from Ari Nicole.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm really impressed with the skills of Ari Nicole. Look at that. Just disorientating Izzy Shaw, who rolls through. Big knee to the chin, measured to perfection. Here comes Ari again with that high knee. Oh, but Izzy counters out. Oh, just tattooing her with that forearm.
Brutal forearm there from Izzy Shaw.
One of the best strikers in the game, you'd have to say, Izzy Shaw, but Ari Nicole bamboozling her again. So quick on her feet. And look at this, hanging her out to dry with that crucifix on the ropes. Gotta watch the disqualification.
I don't think I've ever actually seen that before, Angus. A crucifix using the ropes to the outside.
Yeah, look, very, very, very innovative is Ari Nicole. Look at that spinning kick to the midsection. Izzy Shaw counters out. Again, another forearm. The source Izzy's putting on his forearm, staggering Nicole. Big boot. And follows that up with the senton. Really well done from the Doll of Slay style.
Quick cover now.
Looks that far leg. Only a 2 count though. Really good work so far from Izzy Shaw. She's been able to weather the storm, the early storm of Ari Nicole.
Now using the ropes to her advantage.
Ari trying to get out of the way, but gets caught by Izzy again. Wow, Izzy's just taking control of this one, Coach.
Yeah, I think Ari might need to go back to the drawing board, for lack of a better term. Fix her game plan, because so far, not working too well.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about pure experience, Ari Nicole less than 1 year of experience. Izzy Shaw, over 12 years experience. She's been doing this since she was 17 years old.
Of course, former RCW Women's Champion is Izzy Shaw.
That's right, she had the very first female main event here in Adelaide Championship Wrestling back in 2015. She was also the first ever women's tables match here in ACW as well. So a lot of history with this promotion. A lot of firsts for Izzy Shaw, who ducks that roundhouse. Using the hair there. Illegal but effective.
It's only illegal if you get caught, Angus.
Going for a cover there. I don't know if Izzy expected to get the 3 count on that pin or if he was trying to play with her food here. Oh, jeez, look at these strikes from Izzy Shaw.
This is turning into almost a cat fight here.
Yes, brutal stuff. Nice kick to the back again. Izzy's doing everything right so far. Just got to find that one big move that can put away Ari. Winds up again into the corner. Pancaking the Fever Dream. And now Izzy again off the ropes. Big hip attack! Massive hip attack!
Jeez.
Nicely done.
Did you see the whiplash
I
from
did.
Ari Nicole?
I saw her looking over in our direction. I'm not sure what that's about. Hold on, cover from Izzy Shaw. Ari Nicole just barely gets that shoulder up. Seen an absolute violent streak out of Izzy Shaw, all stemming from that crutch on a pole match a couple months ago. Just.
Speaking of violence, a very violent-looking snap suplex there from Izzy Shaw.
Yeah, real quick on that one. Look at the snap on this one again.
And another one.
Just the snap on that suplex. Just. And watch this now. Izzy Shaw has Ari right where she wants her, going for that T-bone.
Here we go.
Can't quite hook her up for it. Ari gets out of the harm's way. See now, whips Ari off the ropes. She's down to one knee though. I don't think she's got enough time to capitalize on what she's just done here.
I will be your women's champion for those playing at home.
Yep. Oh! Brutal kick to the temple there from Ari Nicole. I think Izzy wasting a little bit too much time. Firing back and just squashes Ari Nicole.
Ari's been eating forearms all night long, Angus.
And both women down. The count is on. This will be very interesting here. I've been informed that on the occasion of a double disqualification or a double countout, the winner of the next match would get a bye straight through to the finals. So a lot on the line right now. Both up to their feet. Crowd really into this one. Both women have really shown that they have the determination to go all the way. Who's going to pull the final trigger?
And Ari Nicole coming through like a house on fire here.
Oh, expert neck breaker. The fans are loving what they're seeing from the Fever Dream. Ari Nicole looking to wind things up. She calls this one the Yellow Rope Fever. Got all of that one. Cover now, hooks the outside leg.
Over.
2 count. This is Josh Stewart. So impressive is Ari Nicole in her young career. Can she go all the way? Can she defeat Izzy? Putting on that front chancery now. Look at the bridge.
Not just the bridge, look at the torque on Izzy Shaw's neck.
Yeah, Izzy Shaw, though, that used to be her submission finisher. She knows exactly how to counter it, coach. Izzy looking for another suplex. They call her the lady thrower for a reason, but Ari Nicole knows exactly how to counter.
Ari Nicole knocking Izzy Shaw's block off with that huge enziguri.
Watch this. That is the dream catcher from the Fever Dream. Gonna shoot the half, rolls Izzy Shaw over, 2, 3.
And the winner of this match, heading on to the semifinals, Ari Nicole.
Well, there you have it, folks. Ari Nicole with a victory tonight here against Izzy Shaw, punches her ticket straight to the semi-finals of the ACW Women's Championship Tournament.
Hey, that was a tremendous showing from both Izzy Shaw and Ari Nicole. One of the matches of the tournament so far, evenly fought till the end, but Ari Nicole with that dream catcher, the Fever Dream, could be closer to accomplishing her dream of becoming a champion, especially right here in ACW, coach.
Absolutely. As a coach, I can say I'm very, very impressed with that young lady, Ari Nicole.
Yeah, Ari Nicole showing us what she is made of. If we look at the updated brackets now, we'll see that Ari Nicole has advanced. Later on tonight, Mickey Fortune and Amber, the other quarterfinal match. The winner of that will face Ari Nicole in the future in the semifinals of our ACW Women's Tournament. Give it up for Ari Nicole. Fantastic showing here. But let's go right back now to our ring announcer, Sean Thomas.
And now, the following.
Hang on a minute. Well, that's the music of the scumbag, Joey Triton.
I do not have this on my run sheet, coach.
Whoa. Hold on there, big man. Hold on. Move your ass out of the way.
One half of these scummy old bastards, along with the bitter old bastard Bob, not here tonight.
Whatever. Shut up.
The fans remember exactly what Triton did to Malachi Slick,
I will take as long as I have to.
and are not
Move it all you want.
happy with his actions.
Fact is,
How do they know that Joey's a banker?
you know, it's your time, not mine.
Joey Triton, the financier.
But whatever. I don't care if I'm a wanker. The sheer fact is, I am not happy that I'm not on this show tonight. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit my ass at that commentary table and take notes for this match.
What a treat!
Oh.
The scumbag, Joey Triton, joining us on commentary. Let's go, baby!
Move down the bench, coach. We're getting joined by the scumbag.
Mr. Triton.
As I was saying, the following contest
All yours.
is an 8-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring first.
Well, the first time tonight we're hearing this theme. I'm thankful that we're about half of an hour into the show and we haven't heard it yet.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse.
And his ring first. Vincent D. Marina. The Midnight Alliance. Snaps. Representing they are the ACW Tag Team Champions.
So, Joey Triton, scumbag. What brings you to the commentary desk? Why are you here tonight?
What brings me to the commentary desk? The sheer fact is, I'm not here, so I'm taking notes for Bob. Me and Bob are going to discuss this. And when we figure out something, we're coming for those tag team titles.
The title's in that translucent bag, which the Heat have been instructed not to touch. They are only for the hands of Matthew Hayter, who, by the way, conspicuous by his absence, as is Bongo Sowers. Where are these guys? They usually travel in packs to the heat.
And their tag team partners. What's going on?
Well, this is not the tag team partners of the heat. This is their opponents tonight. You got Malachi Slick. And yes, it is the Halloween season, so...
He should go back to that back alley.
So yes, Malachi Slick representing the Heath Ledger Joker by the looks of it here tonight. Is very close to Halloween. We are approaching the spooky season, Joey Triton. Your favorite time of year, I'm told.
No.
Well, I mean, quite fitting that Malachi Slick paying tribute to Heath Ledger, considering he's the biggest joker in this ring right now.
Whoa! Shots fired from the coach.
Have to agree with you there, coach. Have to agree with you there.
So we were promised an 8-man tag team match, but again, look, I don't know where the other two members of the Heat are. I think we're going to find out now.
The ACW Tag Team Champion. The leader of the Heat, Matthew Hayter, is currently in the ring, and neither is my little twisted cat. I will not be in attendance tonight for one reason and one reason only, little boy. And that is because you are not worthy of stepping in the squared circle with me. But never fear, because I have a gift and a surprise for you.
All right, no Matthew Hayter, but guys, look at that. Out of nowhere, Bongo Sowers taking out Malachi Slick with the chair. And you're clapping that, Joey?
Oh, yeah. He deserves it.
What did he do for that? What did he do to deserve that?
He didn't have eyes in the back of his head, Angus.
And watch for that translucent bag. Oh, and the championship belt to the skull. What do the Heat have against Malachi Slick exactly?
I think the Heat are just going to do whatever they want to do here tonight, Angus.
And now calling for an official, I think. Joey, I think Malachi out cold here.
Oh, poor Malachi. Who cares? Not
Look
me.
at Bongo. Bongo's like a man possessed with that chair.
Wait. These were meant to be the teammates here of Malachi Slick. You got Wes Ryan, you got Jiro, and you got Hugh Beauty. That's the Australian Express for those playing at home. So are we going to have a match here tonight, guys? What's going on? What might not be much for you to take notes on here, Triton?
Oh, that's even better.
Well, the Heat had something up their sleeves here.
Well, we can see that Gyro and Wes Ryan and Hugh Beauty clearly irate with what's happened here to Malachi Slick. Look at the poor kid. He can't even stand.
So Malachi Slick taken to the back. Matthew Hayter not here tonight.
And a triple back scratch there from the Heat.
All
the
right.
Bongo Sowers special.
Marco Mercer getting in the ring. We may have something that resembles a match. I'm not sure. But right now, watch this. A trio of atomic drops.
All right, I guess it's official. 6-man tag team action underway.
All right, here we go. Not the original scheduled matchup, but you must be loving what you're seeing here, Triton.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you much of a cricket fan? Because look at that.
I'm not.
The perfect line in length. I missed you guys down here.
I'm not a cricket fan. I'm a more beat-em-up fan. I just like to beat people up.
Oh, well, fair enough. That's probably why you're in the professional wrestling game. Hey, hold on, look at this. Jiro coming in. Now, he told me that allegedly he's recently been in Mexico in a tournament against El Generico. That's what he told me.
You know what, Angus? There's two things that I can't stand in this world, right?
What's that?
And you want to know what that is?
What's that?
That's people who are intolerant of other people's cultures.
Okay.
And Canadians.
Oh, really? You're not a fan of the Canadians, huh?
I hate Canadians.
Not a fan of maple syrup? Look at this. Wes Ryan, the first time we have seen him in action here in ACW, he was meant to be making his tag team debut with Malachi Slick, I should say. Not happening, obviously. Wes Ryan's been hitting the gym, getting those macros, those 40 grams of protein every day.
You know what? As a coach, I can appreciate Wes Ryan putting in the work and getting his macros, getting his diet underway.
And look, without any of that, he couldn't be doing this. You reckon you could do that, Joey?
Oh, I could do it better than him.
You could do that better than him?
I could do that better than him.
I would love to see you try.
But as I was saying, I can appreciate the fact that Wes Ryan put so much time and effort into getting his macros right, hitting the gym, but the one thing that I cannot stand is that his reliance of the support of these morons. What does that get you? That gets you nowhere.
Hey, look, it gets you admiration, and sometimes, and I would have thought Joey would have understood this before he turned on Malachi Slick, the fans can really help get you over hurdles that mentally you wouldn't normally get over.
The fans didn't give me nothing, so why should I give them something?
The fans, look, they come to the show, they pay their ticket, they pay for you to be able to be out there living your dream, performing for them.
Speaking of giving something, Snacks and Vincent Di Maria giving some hefty shots there to Wes Ryan on the outside while referee Marco Mercer was distracted.
Here we go, just a kick out at one though from Wes Ryan. Bongo Sour's got to do a bit better than that. And the Heat have been ACW Tag Team Champions for quite some time now, waiting for a tag team to stand up to them. You think potentially that could be you and Bob, Joey?
Oh, that's going to be me and Bob.
Look, you look great in your debut match against Party Guy Ty and Malachi Slick not too long ago, but look, there's a long way to go. There's a big, deep tag team division here in ACW.
Vincent Di Maria rolling through with a massive kick straight to the sternum or stomach of Wes Ryan there, and the Heat just methodically wearing Wes Ryan down one by one, working together as a cohesive unit like a good team should.
Here we go, watch Bongo Sours now. No! Not enough on that. Wes Ryan just crushing Bongo Sours.
Yeah, I don't think Bongo got, well, really any of that.
Australian Express on the outside, desperate to get in the biggest way, but the Heat working like a well-oiled machine, isolating Wes Ryan. Marco Mercer just distracted momentarily, I think. Didn't realize that triple attack was happening there. And you would know better than anyone, Joey Triton, that strength comes in numbers, which I'm assuming is why you have linked up with the bitter old bastard.
I didn't just link up with him, it's like we have experience.
You've known each other for quite some time.
Exactly. Why would I choose Malachi Slick and these fans over Bob?
Well, look, Bob has shown as of late he's really stepped his game up. So, look, I can't argue there. The scummy old bastards. I'm excited to see you guys in tag team action when we see it next time. It could very well be for the tag team titles. And look at this. Vincent Di Maria just working out quick tags, getting Bongo Sours and Snacks involved in this one as often as he can.
Oh, are we going to see it?
Oh, the leg strength on display from Wes Ryan. And look at that power.
Thought we were going to see a spirit bomb there from the Heat. But Wes Ryan using that protein power to his advantage.
Absolutely. Look at this. What a back suplex. Folding Bongo Sours like an accordion, gentlemen. And look at Hugh Beauty. Look at Jiro on the outside. Both want the tag. Wes Ryan doesn't know which corner he's in. He's got to edge over, crawl his way, make the tag if he can. Nothing between him and the tag,
but look at that.
Very nice.
Very, very smart strategy there by the Heat.
You both condone this?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It's smart tag team wrestling right there.
See, you wouldn't understand that, Angus, because you are not an active wrestler.
What it is unsportsmanlike, and someone like Hugh Beauty wouldn't stand for that. He is the best and fairest after all.
Yeah, but Hugh Beauty doesn't even play a real sport.
Hey, I'll have you know, there were 38,000 at the Adelaide Oval the other day. And now look at this. Bongo Sours hooks the outside leg. 2 count only, says Marco Mercer. Great to see Marco Mercer back in the stripes, by the way. And now Bongo dragging Wes back into that unfriendly corner of the Heat.
And like I've said many, many times, Angus, this is textbook tag team wrestling 101. You isolate your opponent, you keep them in your corner, frequent tags in and out, keeping your partner fresh. That is successful tag team wrestling 101.
And Joey Triton, how many times have you been tag team champion over your career?
Oh, Too many to count.
More than a dozen, I'd say.
Exactly, more than a dozen.
So probably the most prolific tag team wrestler here in the state of South Australia.
Exactly.
So I'm curious what notes you have to take if you're that prolific. Big boot by Wes Ryan, who's fighting valiantly to get out of the corner. Just planting Vince DiMaria back on the ground, rolls through. There it is! There's the tag to Hugh Beauty. Hugh Beauty coming in, best and fairest. Monkey flip, taking Snack's head over heels, who finally loses those sunglasses, coach.
Oh, not quite.
Oh no, they're back on.
Here comes Giro. Oz-Nadian Express working together like a well-oiled machine here.
I'd love to see these guys get another shot at the tag team titles. There go the glasses.
I'd like them both to break up, personally.
What are you talking about? There is a extremely deep and rich friendship between Australia and Canada, and you're seeing it right there. Beautiful heart attack.
I'll just beat them. Me and Bob will just beat them both up. How about that?
Do you reckon you can counter that heart attack?
Oh, of course.
Well, I mean, you are, what, a 15-year veteran at this point?
Exactly. I've got tricks that you haven't even seen yet, buddy.
I'm sure. Hey, look, you are improving by the show, by the event, by the match. Here we go. Look at this now.
Hugh Beauty and Giro with Vince DiMaria, and but both men get off the shoulders, and
they went for that double fireman's carry. Now whipping Giro to the ropes. That tag is made. I don't think the Heat realize it, but Wes Ryan has made that tag. Double team combination, but they don't realize it. Not the illegal man. Marco Mercer realizes it. Fans realize it. Wes Ryan is ready. And finally, I think the Heat realize it. Double shoulder block takes them both down. And so far, I am very impressed with what I'm seeing out of Wes Ryan. How about you, Triton? No, you're not impressed.
No.
Nothing impressive about this.
I might have to deal with that in the future.
So, you know,
This is why I'm out here.
here we go. Look at this. Don't take your eyes off what you're seeing here.
Oh, the Heat. I've wrestled the Heat before. I know the Heat.
You're familiar with the Heat?
I'm familiar with the Heat. It's the other three that I don't know.
I think Bongo Sowers looks like he may have had just a little bit too much catnip tonight. Clearly irate, clearly upset.
What did Matthew Hayter call him, his favorite pussycat?
I don't know.
Who does Matt Hayter think he is? Tom Jones? And what is this?
What the heck is he doing out here?
Malachi Slick is coming back. He wants back in the match.
Someone needs to tell this idiot to sit back down in his seat backstage. He's going to get himself seriously hurt here.
Wow. Malachi Slick originally scheduled to compete in this one.
This kid, man.
And
Jesus! Look at that!
Technically, Malachi Slick is a legal entrant in this match. He was signed onto it before tonight began. So Wes Ryan able to make the tag. Too bad that Matthew Hayter wasn't here. That is not Slick's problem.
And that's it!
Of course.
Beautifully done.
Of course. Wow. Sits back there, sits back at the backstage, he gets the easy win, of course.
Well, look, what was meant to be an 8-man tag team match turned into really a 6-person tag team match. But Malachi Slick, still the legal man, came out of the end and won it for his team. The heart of this man to persevere even after all he had been through earlier tonight, Triton. You got to pay that. Come on, you got to pay that. No.
What? You know what? I would actually argue that Marco Mercer needs to overturn the decision of this match. Malachi Slick taken out clearly before this match even got underway, and then comes out and steals the victory.
Triton gone. Triton is out of here. Triton is out of here. He's lining up Malachi Slick, and Malachi Slick sidesteps Triton. Slick, tonight is all his. Bringing it home for his team. And they will celebrate into the night. Wes Ryan, Malachi Slick, and the Australian Express. Your winners in 6-man, 8-man, whatever man tag team match you had here tonight. Look,
it's all happening tonight, isn't it, Angus?
Joey Triton, it must be said, the most miserable man I've ever met. There is no pleasing that guy, Coach.
You know what? I don't blame him.
You don't blame him. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy the spectacle of professional wrestling. I'm enjoying the spectacle, but let's head back right now to Sean Thomas.
The following contest is a Pick Your Poison match and is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first. By his biggest fan, he ran all this way, and he's from Company Bay. He is your national hero, Jake and
Hey, look at that. The National Olympic hero, Jake Andrew Arthur, is here. He is the man elected by the Outback legend Down Under to face off against Dean Brady in the Pick Your Poison match here tonight.
Well, it really is hard to believe, isn't it, Angus, isn't it? It's hard to believe that this man, dancing around the ring like an absolute goofball, was once a representative of the Australian Olympic team in judo.
That's right.
What a disgrace.
At Athens 2004, this man went all the way to the Olympic Games. Australia's representative had an incredible performance. And believe it or not, childhood friends with Down Under. So when Down Under needed to pick an opponent for Dean Brady, he just had one number to call, one person to call, and that is your Olympic hero, Jake Andrew Arthur.
He's no hero of mine.
Is it all of our heroes? This man went to Athens. This man represented us. He is a hero. He is O-L-Y. There come the streamers.
Come on, this is a bit of overkill, isn't it? Jesus.
I don't think so. Where's your patriotism? Where's your national pride? Where is your national pride, Coach Cornell?
My pride comes where my employment is, Angus.
Which is ACW.
and his opponent.
And here we go. That familiarly eerie music of quite possibly the most dangerous faction in Australian wrestling right now, the Old Guard.
Yep, the muscle mercenary Dean Brady will be out here. Well, Violet Blitz is out here.
Hang on a minute.
Do not adjust your TV screens. This is not Dean Brady.
I was going to say, someone must have put Dean Brady in the dryer too long.
On Violet Blitz, still a member of the Old Guard. What's she got to say? What?
Well, breaking news. Dean Brady not here tonight,
What
but
could be more important than this? Here comes our GM, Nick Savage.
So it seems to me that Dean Brady thinks that he can just turn up whenever he wants, does he? With his come and go as you please arrangement. Well, seems like I need to have a word with Dean Brady about that.
Brady could be in some disciplinary
However,
trouble.
that being said, I've brought Jake all the way over here to wrestle tonight. And I'm sure Jake wants to wrestle. And I'm sure all of you people want to see Jake wrestle.
Absolutely.
And even though I found out about this at extremely short notice, I have been able to find an opponent to face Jake Andrew Arthur at extremely short notice. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
Who is it?
wow!
guess everywhere Katie Kray goes, the SWAT go too, because Katie Kray, your new replacement for Dean Brady here tonight.
I think you seem to be underplaying this a fair bit, Angus.
Well,
you don't sound so excited. This is the wrestling legend. This is Katie Kray making his return to ACW.
Look, I'm not displeased to see Katie Kray here, but I'm more questioning why Dean Brady sees it fit to not show up for his match here tonight, because Down Under specifically chose Jake Andrew Arthur because he knew he'd be a great opponent for Dean Brady. Now Jake Andrew Arthur has not prepared for Katie Kray, and how long has Katie Kray known that he's going to be the opponent? We're not too sure, so I'm not sure how this is going to play out.
Well, we did hear Nick Savage say that this was secured and signed under extremely short notice, so I'd imagine it can't have been that long.
Well, this is going to be an extremely interesting matchup. Katie Kray, such a prolific wrestler here in South Australia, hasn't been seen, you're quite right, in ACW in well over 12 months now. So bringing him back into the fold, and look, a win over Jake Andrew Arthur could have him in the conversation. I'm just wondering what the SWAT are doing out here as well.
Well, as you said, wherever Katie Kray goes, the SWAT tend to follow.
Thankfully, Jake Andrew Arthur does have Leah Lovegrove by his side for this one. We'll see her in action at our next event, hopefully when she progresses in the ACW Women's Tournament. Fans here full of national pride for that Olympic
Did I just really
hero.
hear an Ollie chant?
You did, of course you did. Why wouldn't you? Have you been to the Olympics?
No.
I didn't think so. Yeah, see, what is this relationship Katie Kray has with his SWAT?
Well, they're his boys.
They are his boys. A little bit too invested in his SWAT, I think, is Katie Kray. All right.
This is going to get real old real quick.
There we are. The bell sounds. Well, what was originally a pick your poison matchup is now a extremely interesting singles match between Jake Andrew Arthur, OLY, and the wrestling legend Katie Kray. And am I also to understand that Katie Kray is in the finance business?
Apparently so.
Katie Kray's made quite a few appearances here in ACW over the years. Had a very memorable dog collar match several years ago here. Cut his teeth in his early part of his career.
Absolutely.
But has really developed into something quite different since the last time we saw him in the yellow ropes. Jake Andrew Arthur, his first time competing in ACW. I've seen this man wrestle over in Tomby Bay and Port Lincoln. I love what I see out of him. So I'm so excited for this matchup. And those letters, by the way, you don't just get those letters for anything. You have to be a competitor at the Olympics.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have guessed that.
That's an official honorage.
You're far too good for this job, Angus.
Well, that could have gone on well into the night, but Katie Kray putting an end to things here. Kray, big elbow shot there from Jake Andrew Arthur. I mean, you've got a lot in common with Jake Andrew Arthur. You know, you've got that amateur kind of background.
I have nothing in common with Jake Andrew Arthur at face value. This guy is an absolute goofball. Look at him.
He's a legitimate sports star.
What are you looking at?
Leah Lovegrove admonishing your...
You focused on your boy. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Admonishing your sweatband there. Look at the strength of Jake Andrew Arthur rolling through with that five-man carry. So impressive.
Rolling Death Valley driver there from Jake Andrew Arthur.
How could you not be behind this man? This man is the pride of Australia. Grew up in Tomby Bay, moved over to Victoria, became an Olympic hero.
I mean, I think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding here, Angus. I'm not doubting Jake Andrew Arthur's ability. Like I said, former Olympian, has represented the country. I just don't like the way he goes about being a goofball, trying to rile up these idiots in the crowd when he should be focusing on getting the job done. Just remember, it was only a few short years ago that this man was the final boss of Australian wrestling. That's the Jake Andrew Arthur I want to see.
Zero, you're big into intimidation, into discipline, into fear tactics. Is that what you like?
It could be the move.
And now Katie Tray playing with that sweatband as well, using it as a weapon. Marco Mercer rightly admonishing the wrestling legend.
Let's not forget Katie Tray, a former RCW champion, former RCW Emerald Crown holder. This man has quite possibly done it all, seen it all, heard it all.
Oh, absolutely. Katie Tray, don't take anything away from his in-ring ability. But I just don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he conducts himself, and I don't think he needs those SWAT guys out there. I think he can do it all on his own, like Jake Andrew Arthur is right now. Look at those clubbing blows right across the chest. And now Andrew Arthur going to send Katie Tray back in the hard way. Well done. Really well done from the Olympic hero.
Almost throwing Katie Tray back into the ring like he was a cruiserweight. And that's no offense to the cruiserweights, but Katie Tray is definitely no small man.
Is that Katie Tray asking for a timeout? Those don't exist in pro wrestling.
How do you know?
I feel like I'm stating the obvious here.
Are you a coach?
No, but I've called enough pro wrestling matches to know that's not part of the rules.
Well, you know what? I'm calling a timeout.
You're calling a timeout? You have the authority to do that?
Look.
All right, you got the sweatband. I guess that counts for something. Andrew Arthur hooking up Katie Tray on the barricades now. Oh, what a chop!
Good Lord.
What a chop! Fans want one more. Let us see if Andrew Arthur obliges.
Well, something tells me that he probably will. But sending Katie Tray back into the ring now, but you got to think, what does the OLY Jake Andrew Arthur have on his mind?
Well, this could be a dangerous tactic, toying too long with Katie Tray. We know he's wilier than the wiliest, but
telling the SWAT team and the camera crew to get out the way here.
SWAT team can't do anything but look on as Katie Tray gets absolutely lit up with that chop. Oh, and Katie Tray goes down. Down on the outside.
I don't know if you felt that, Angus, but I could feel the vibration off Katie Tray's chest from all the way up here from the commentary table.
The vibration, the reverberation. Katie Tray's in a world of trouble right now.
We're going to see a third one?
And the fans, I think, holding Katie Tray at bay, and that's probably why you want to be on their side, but Tray able to get that thumb in the eye, I think. Back in the ring now.
And that's why he's the wrestling legend.
Could be looking for a potential count-out victory here.
I mean, hey, victory's a victory, but Jake Andrew Arthur sliding back in now.
Yeah, Andrew Arthur, here he goes. Katie Tray low bridges him out to the outside. Oh, and that was a hard landing for Andrew Arthur. And now look at this, Katie Tray.
Look at that.
Katie Tray distracting Marco Mercer, and the SWAT with the baton as well. The baton in hand. Right to the solar plexus.
Fantastic work. That's why the SWAT team are paid as well as they are, Angus.
Leah Lovegrove just trying to argue with the referee now. Marco Mercer didn't see a thing. And this could be Katie Tray's opportunity for victory here. 2! Oh my God! Katie Tray thought he had the 3 there, but Andrew Arthur just rolled that shoulder up.
Just at the last second, it would seem, Angus.
Yeah. Millimeters in that one. So far, I've been really impressed in Katie Tray's approach to this. Look, it might be unpopular, but he doesn't care what the fans think of him. Katie Tray is in it for himself and for his SWAT.
And that's why he's the wrestling legend. That is exactly why Katie Tray has had the success that he has had over his 10 years of wrestling now. You would know, you're the historian.
Yeah, over 10 years. 2014, I believe, Katie Tray made his first appearance in the squared circle. Nice shoulders to that midsection again. We saw the baton used earlier, so this is just adding more punishment to Andrew Arthur that already weakened midsection. Katie Tray now whipping Andrew Arthur. That's pretty impressive strength to move the big man that far across the ring.
Absolutely. Jake Andrew Arthur, definitely no small man.
No, but Still quick on his feet, though. Did you see that? Andrew Arthur, I think he was looking for that record breaker, his favorite maneuver here, but Katie Kray able to avoid.
Snapmares him down, and
oh, double stop right again to that midsection.
just continuing to work on the midsection of Andrew Arthur here, and goes for the cover.
Oh, geez, 2 count again. And we talked about breath control, the diaphragm. It all comes from the midsection. Every breath Andrew Arthur would be taking would be agony at this point.
And it's not even that, Angus. We don't even know how to fully the extent of Andrew Arthur's injured right now. He could have cracked ribs. He could have a cracked sternum. We just don't know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The baton is no soft weapon by any means.
I saw Katie Kray just did a shot to the ribs there. And this will only exacerbate things further with that octopus stretch.
Here we go. I think you'll actually find that this is called an abdominal stretch,
Oh, sorry,
Angus.
abdominal stretch. Yes, you're quite right. Fans chanting OLY. They've got to will our Olympic hero back into this one.
I don't know if you noticed there, Angus, but Katie Kray digging his elbows into the sternum and the rib cage of Andrew Arthur there, just inflicting more damage, but oh my God!
And that is that judo technique.
Jesus!
That is what took him to the Olympics. And that is just a straight up clothesline. And followed up by a back elbow. And finally Andrew Arthur gets some momentum running right through Katie Kray. There's the kick to the side of the head. The yellow and gold.
Katie Kray's up on his feet again.
And that could be setting things up for an Olympic slam. So apropos. Looks at the outside leg this time, and the swat right there to drag Marco Mercer on the outside. That could be bad news though for the swat, saving Katie Kray momentarily. What's Marco Mercer going to do here? He's got a decision to make. He's going to leave him on the outside.
Well, you got to think the SWAT getting involved twice now. They'd have to be walking on some pretty thin ice here.
They would. Here we go. Charging up with the O. You know what he follows that up with. That's the L. Oh, sandwiching Kray in the corner. And come on, coach. You know what comes next. Oh. Marco Mercer almost in the firing line there. Andrew Arthur stopped himself just in time to get a thumb to the eye.
Katie Kray jumping up to that middle rope now.
You see this very often from Katie Kray. Tornado DDT, cover, two. Oh, and what? Leah Lovegrove saying,
what?
If they can do it, so can I.
What is that?
Well, yeah, the SWAT got away with it. Actually, Lovegrove just sent to the floor.
And that's what you get. That is what you get, Leah Lovegrove.
It is breaking down on the outside here.
I have never seen a greater term of poetic justice done in my life than what I've just witnessed before my very eyes.
Well, some karmic retribution, but not enough. Here comes Jake Andrew Arthur with the ankle lock. It is firmly applied. Katie Kray is right in the center of the ring. You might have to tap out to this one.
But again, SWAT seem to be getting involved here.
Yeah, SWAT doing more than just assisting, but look at that.
Look at the strength of Jake Andrew Arthur. Dragging both SWAT members in.
Now the SWAT are in some dangerous...
And he didn't even touch them.
They're in some dangerous territory now with the Olympic hero. I don't care that they're wearing all that protective gear. Oh, but maybe I spoke too soon.
Marco Mercer dealing with Katie Kray on the outside, but...
Look at the strength!
Jesus!
Andrew Arthur suplexing both SWAT. And out they go.
Both SWAT members hung out to dry.
SWAT neutralized for the time being. Our Olympic hero is on fire.
And what's Leah Lovegrove doing? Somebody get her out of here.
Leah Lovegrove, the passion for her nation courses through her veins. She is up on the top rope.
What?
Look at that cross body. Out of Leah Lovegrove.
How is this legal?
Hey, that's Leah Lovegrove to the SWAT. They're all outside participants. Oh, but in the ring, the ref didn't see it, but we did. There's that baton again to the midsection. And the referee's back is turned. He doesn't see what's going on here. Hold on. Andrew Arthur kicks that baton out of the hands of Katie Kray. And now what is he thinking here? That's the record breaker.
Record breaker.
Our Olympic hero.
But not going for the cover. The straps come down.
Andrew Arthur thinking, I'm going to inflict some more punishment back to that ankle. Katie Kray is in.
Come on, Katie.
There
no!
we go. Well, poison tonight for Katie Kray at the hands of Jake Andrew Arthur, your Olympic national hero, gets the victory here, courtesy of Leah Lovegrove. Down under, backstage somewhere, this might give him some morale boost, seeing his pick get the victory. Of course, later tonight, it will be Down Under versus Punch Drunk Istria, the hand-picked choice of Dean Brady. Very interested to see how that goes.
Absolutely, but we still got Jake Andrew Arthur and Leah Lovegrove celebrating in the ring here.
Victorious Jake Andrew Arthur on his ACW debut. Leah Lovegrove, keep an eye out for her. She's got that women's tournament semi-final match scheduled coming up against Savannah Summers.
And you know, I will say I did rip on Andrew Arthur a little bit for being a bit of a goofball and carrying on like a bit of a wally, but you can't, like I said, I'm a fair coach. You can't argue with the results. Andrew Arthur getting the job done here tonight. And I, for one, would consider seeing him back here in ACW.
And I was going to say, if you're a judo team, if you were going to be coaching a judo team, surely he'd be one of your picks.
Oh, he'd be my top pick, of course.
Absolutely. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with victory. You can't argue with success. And you can't argue with how exciting things are here in ACW. I'm very excited for our main event coming up tonight, that four-way hardcore match. It's been a bit of a cursed championship as of late, the ACW Evolve title. Can HAVOK hold on to it? We will find out. He's got three competitors, tough competitors to deal with. But right now, I think we're going to go back to Sean Thomas.
I'm my shitpost, man. I got this, yo.
It's time for another Pick Your Poison match here, Coach. And this is the selected choice of one Dean Brady. It is Punch Drunk Istria.
I've just noticed something interesting. Punch Drunk Istria coming out with no knee pads on here tonight, Angus. This man must be seriously thinking about throwing some knees, and some violent ones at that.
I love seeing Punch Drunk Istria in action. I just wish it was under different circumstances. His allegiance, his loyalty to Dean Brady just doesn't sit well with me, and I'm not sure his intentions are going to be honorable here tonight.
Well, I don't think there's any allegiance or any loyalty to Dean Brady. I just think Punch Drunk Istria wants to kick somebody in the head, no matter who it is. And here comes our champion.
Making his way to the ring, he is the Outback Legend and the ACW Heavyweight Champion, Downunder!
Down Under has been through hell these past several months. Dean Brady has just been the thorn in his side that won't go away, and things even got to a boiling point over in Riot City Wrestling this past weekend in the Riot City Rumble when Dean Brady eliminated Down Under before Dean Brady went on to win the whole damn thing, just adding more insult to injury ahead of what should be an amazing clash somewhere in the future between the Muscle Mercenary and our Outback Legend, Coach.
But let's not forget a first-time meeting here tonight between Wrestle Rampage's Punch Drunk Istria and arguably the heart and soul of Adelaide Championship Wrestling, the Outback Legend Down Under.
You cut him, he bleeds yellow. He lost his mullet for this promotion. He wants to be a fighting champion, but he'll have to take on the most fightingest man in South Australian wrestling punch-drunk history. So the intimidation of history. Some history of fans in the house tonight.
Here we go, first time ever.
Down Under, your ACW Heavyweight Champion, has held that belt with so much honor, so much prestige. Recently had that contest with Dean Brady. It was a double count out. Nick Savage said, you two are not have any physicality this event. So that's why the pick your poison matches were made, coach.
Down Under and Punch Drunk History are just feeling each other out, using a bit of psychological warfare, but
look at them, like a bull at a gate. Both men colliding, center of the ring. Here we go.
both men eat clotheslines, forearms, punches, everything.
The striking game of both men cannot be understated. These two guys are going to go hell for leather here for this pick your poison match. Look at these shots to the midsection. Istria not letting up. Down Under has to get out of the way. Here we go. Flurry of offense.
Down Under, quite possibly the most vicious striker in South Australian wrestling, but
Head first went Down Under, courtesy of Punch Drunk History, who's going to follow up with another line. And ahead of steam now, big back elbow. Watch the Outback Legend. Oh, half and half with the bridge, coach, and that's a 2 count only. Wow.
both men coming out of this.
Powerbomb, look at the stack, 2 again.
I was going to say, both men coming out of the gates like bats out of hell here, just throwing absolutely everything that they have at each other here tonight, Angus.
Yeah, those glider kicks finding their mark. Punch Drunk Istria, though, catches the big boot. Still up to his feet. Watch Down Under. Michinoku driver hooks both legs, and that's another 2 count. What are we seeing here? This is an incredibly hot start to this match. Down Under proving a point, making a statement here, coach.
Lining up for that bunyip buster, but
No, not to be trifled with.
Istria gets out of it, but beautiful double A spine buster there from the Outback Legend.
Yeah, textbook, not going for the cover though. I think Istria rolling to the outside. His momentum carried him. Clever buys him some time, gets some separation, which is desperate.
Absolutely, you know, Punch Drunk History are no rookie by any means to the Adelaide wrestling scene. Has had multiple successful tours in Japan, wrestling for many, many years under the Wrestle Rampage Dojo banner.
Cut his teeth over in the Queensland scene before that. Grew up in the same streets that I did, so I feel a sort of kinship to this man. Oh, big forearm there from Down Under, sending Israel off the apron. Yeah, that's exactly it. The international experience of Istria has made him truly a cut above, has made him world class. Oh, just whipping Down Under that barricade head first.
And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that's a steel barricade on the outside there. Down Under just went head first into a steel barricade.
Look, anything on the outside is going to be way dangerous. You've got to have your wits about you. This could be a little bit of a teaser of what we can see later tonight in that hardcore match for the Evolve title. Down Under goes head first into that corner turnbuckle post. Istria in the ring, breaking the count, observing the 10 count on the outside.
Both men got to be careful here not to get counted out.
Although, would that be what Dean Brady backstage or wherever he is would want to see? Because he wants a worn-out Down Under. He wants a Down Under who's had that punishment inflicted on him, so that when he goes for that eventual championship match again, he'll have the upper hand.
Now, both men still on the outside here. Like I said, they've got to be careful. They may both get counted out here. We're up to a count of 5.
5 in goes Down Under, courtesy of Punch Drunk Istria, who has weathered that early storm and is just slowing things down to his pace. Big, and you called it earlier, no knee pads, going for that knee to the midsection, to that ribs, I think.
Very, very smart play here by Punch Drunk Istria, I should say.
Yeah, the calcified shin bone and years of pro wrestling has served him well, but look at this Down Under, fighting through the pain, charging off the ropes, gets caught to the midsection again, kick from Punch Drunk Istria. Down Under out, sending him to the outside. Talk about cardiovascular systems of these pro wrestlers. Punch Drunk Istria showing you exactly how to wear out an opponent.
Punch Drunk History doing a little bit of a song and dance. Very uncharacteristic of the super serious Punch Drunk Istria.
The steely cold blaze of Punch Drunk Istria interrupted for a moment. This is getting a bit dicey here for the Outback Legend. The count up to 5. Istria not wasting any of his energy going out to the outside. He's just letting the count play out. Up to 7 now.
Istria, very, very smart wrestling here, conserving his energy, wrestling the match his way, the way Punch Drunk Istria wants to wrestle.
That's what happens when you're a veteran of the caliber of Punch Drunk Istria. He's had several weeks to prepare. Unlike our match earlier, this one has been on the cards for several weeks. And Punch Drunk Istria very familiar with Down Under's game. Whipped off into the corner, goes Punch Drunk Istria and Down Under. And Down Under down hard.
Down Under grasping that lower back near his kidneys.
Don't forget those knees to the midsection earlier, courtesy of Punch Drunk Istria. Really working on a game plan, very similar to what we saw in our earlier match with Katie Kray. Another Irish whip. Down Under this time gets up. Look at that. Corkscrew senton.
Far out.
Where did he pull that one out of?
And that's the thing about Down Under. For a man his size, he is so deceptively athletic to hit moves like that. A man of Down Under size should not physically be able to pull off a move of that caliber, but somehow the Outback Legend does it, and does it with grace.
That's what makes Down Under so dangerous. He's got a very unique offense style. He can brawl, but he can also fly. Quite the all-rounder. Istria, though, up to his feet first, despite Down Under getting the offense in. Here we go, kicks to the chest. Brutal kicks. Down Under, though, absorbing each blow, catching the leg. Oh, look at that lariat there, staggering Istria into the corner. Down Under back to where he was earlier, firing those right hands, those forearms, those chops.
Down Under throwing absolutely everything he has here tonight.
He absolutely has to. He's got to make a statement, have a statement victory. Nice tiaras there from your ACW champion. I don't think I've ever seen him pull that one off, and neither have I seen him head over heels goes Punch Drunk Istria.
Straight into the corner turnbuckle there. Punch Drunk Istria's ankles hitting that middle turnbuckle. We got to think what might have damaged must that have caused.
Yeah, and now look, the camel clutch is in. You could see a submission here. Punch Drunk Istria very far away from the ropes. Got a lot of ground to make up, Coach.
Down Under has put many of men away with this one move in particular, the camel clutch. Yeah, quite frankly, Angus, this is how he became the ACW Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, he made Chris Basser, when he was the RCW Grand Champion, submit to this very, very move. Put away some world-class athletes with it. Istria trying to fight out, Down Under reapplying it.
Sinks it back in, it's in nice and deep.
It really is. Center of the ring, exactly where you want to be if you're Down Under. Agony for Punch Drunk Istria. Istria thinking maybe submission. He's got his fist down though. He's trying one last ditch attempt. Only he can break through, but Down Under back to his feet now, and Istria successfully escapes. A lot out of Punch Drunk Istria. Absolutely. You can see he doesn't have that same cavalier, cocky attitude as he did earlier.
Down Under back on the apron now.
Istria though catching his challenger, his opponent here. Back in the ring, and look at that. He's got that dragon sleeper on. He's got the legs grapevined. Dangerous position for Down Under to be in on his back.
This dragon sleeper is in very, very deep, Angus.
Down Under somehow got to escape this. He's got to use every part of his body as a weapon.
Throwing some elbows into those unprotected knees and rolls back into the pin.
Yeah, nicely done from Down Under. 2 count only that time. Istria trying to get Down Under off the ropes. Kicks to the midsection again. Roundhouse to the side of the head.
He might have caught Down Under in the temple, but...
Watch Down Under, crossbody, springboard. But back to his feet, not trying to follow up with a cover. Could be going for that bunyip buster again, maybe, Coach. Counted! vertical suplex from Punchstruck, who's signaling maybe thinking going up top. Don't see that very often. Do not see this very often. Usually a striker, a submission specialist.
This could end very well for Punchstruck Istria or very bad. There's a reason we call this in the industry, Angus, the high rent district.
I wonder if this is under the order of Dean Brady. Take some chances here, inflictable punishment. Watch.
Whoop!
Oh my goodness me! Istria's own momentum carried him. Landed right on his back from the top rope, courtesy of Down Under. Down Under thinking bun, yip, buster now. Yes!
And hits it!
He gets it, hooks the outside leg, shoots the half. Oh, and a 2 count only. That puts men away, but Istria able to kick out somehow. Fans inexplicably behind Istria here. Bit of a mixed reaction.
Fans clearly divided here.
Down Under shooting some blows to the back of the head. Now thinking this could be it. Again sinks in that camel clutch. And Istria even further away from the ropes than before. He might have no choice. We might see a verbal submission here, Coach.
I think Istria's got to think about his long-term well-being and safety here. He may have no choice but to tap.
Look at that torque. Our camera's getting a great shot of the torque here. Wait a second. Wait. Who's that's the old guard's theme is being played here. Violet Blitz is out. Has just come past our announce desk and center of the ring. Istria is tapping. The referee does not see it. Referee distracted by Violet Blitz's presence here. I think Down Under's realized it too. Down Under telling the referee that Istria tapped out.
Well, the referee didn't see it, didn't happen. Bottom line.
Down Under needs to get his attention, his focus back on his opponent. Punchstruck Istria with that big spinning back fist, which has really done a number on Down Under. And look at this. Submission here. That's the tap. And Down Under has just submitted to Punchstruck Istria.
By submission, Punchstruck Istria.
Somewhere Dean Brady has to be a very happy man. But let's not forget, let's not take anything away from the fact that Punchstruck Istria has just submitted our ACW Heavyweight Champion, Coach Cornell.
Well, some might even call that an upset. I don't know about you, Angus, but I would probably put that in the realm of being an upset, because you got to think now, with Punchstruck Istria having submitted the ACW Heavyweight Champion, he has to be rising up the ranks to be a clear contender for a shot at the ACW Heavyweight Championship.
Look, certainly on the streak that our champion has been in, undefeated in singles competition since becoming champion. This is his first loss here tonight. And I'm going to say it, it was an error in judgment from Down Under to be distracted by Violet Blitz for that long, to catch the spinning back fist, to be put in the submission, and Punchstruck Istria walking away with the victory. And you wonder what's going on here between Istria and Blitz. And that's what we were talking about before. Dean Brady said that he would owe Istria a favor if Istria was able to defeat Down Under here tonight, which is just exactly what he did. We're going to hear a word now from our champion.
No, shut up, bitch!
Whoa!
First, your mate Dean doesn't show! And then you come out here and cost me this match. I'm pretty sure Dean picked Istria as a poison because he's one of the best wrestlers in this country. Not because he thought he needed help. I'm going to say this one time, and one time only. You tell Dean that when I beat him at December 6th at Eminence, I want him to leave ACW forever. And since you're his little pet, you can run along too.
How about I give him a call right now?
Probably got better things to do.
Well, breaking news, it appears Violet Blitz is about to be on the phone to Dean Brady.
Hopefully it's not international. That could be an expensive call. Interesting. Cool.
Dean Brady asks, if you're such a man, the man you claim to be, why don't you put your career on the line?
Whoa. Huge stakes. Downunder accepts Brady, who could be gone from ACW forever, along with the old guard.
I think that might just be worth it. I think that I will retire over Dean Brady's dead body. You're right.
What?
Done deal!
Well, there you have it. It is not just an ACW Heavyweight Championship match at Eminence. It is the old guard's career in ACW, or Downunder retires.
As if the stakes could not get any higher, Angus. December 6th, when we return right here to the Estonian Hall, we will have the ACW Heavyweight Championship on the line as the old guard's Dean Brady puts up his career and the old guard's career here in ACW against Downunder's career.
Can you imagine an ACW without the Outback Collection? Could you imagine an ACW without Downunder? But it is so tantalizing, the thought of never having to see the old guard again. Come on, Downunder, you got this.
Sucker.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall, and it is the quarters final match in the ACW Women's Championship Tournament. Making her way to the ring first, she is the Huntress, Nikki Fortune.
Well, Mickey Fortune, the Huntress, is here for her quarterfinal match at the ACW Women's Tournament. Many are saying, myself included, that she's the hot favorite to go all the way to the end, Coach.
Absolutely, the woman with the most experience in the entire tournament. You've got to think that Mickey Fortune is a clear front runner to take home and become the first ever ACW Women's Champion by the end of this. I don't like it when she looks at me like that.
No, me neither.
She is the Empress of Darkness,
For all that you can say about Mickey Fortune and her in-ring cred, take nothing away from Amber. She is a true X factor when it comes to professional wrestling.
Absolutely, a former one-time RCW Women's Champion herself. Amber is quite possibly the oddest of the commodities to enter into this tournament, and you've got to think that's got to give her a slight edge.
Yeah, and that's right. I think if Mickey Fortune can get through Amber, she's got a good path to the finals. But Amber could have something else to say about that. Here we go. Our final quarterfinals match. Once this is complete, we will know the full bracket for our next round for the semifinals. Already qualified, of course, Leah Lovegrove, Savannah Summers. Earlier tonight, we saw Ari Nicole defeat Izzy Shaw. The strap ourselves in for this.
And both ladies coming hot out of the gates here.
Cover up.
Roll up.
Yeah, but not enough on that roll up. Nice side headlock takeover. Both shoulders are down, courtesy of Marco Mercer.
Lots of beautiful headlock takeovers here tonight, isn't it, Angus?
It's a wonderful night for amateur wrestling. They knew you were back on commentary as the coach. We've got the head scissors. Amber's going to roll out of it. Oh, that's a unique counter. Oh, and look at that, counted into a pinning predicament from Amber.
Very, very unique offensive style there from the Empress of Darkness.
Yeah, really impressive what we're seeing. Very impressed with what we've seen out of Amber here in Adelaide Championship Wrestling. So glad the women have a championship to fight over as well. Such a hot division. We saw it back at a new era, and things have just been building, and momentum has been gaining. And here we are in the thick of an ACW Women's Championship tournament.
Absolutely, but I don't know if you saw that, Angus. Mickey Fortune with a handful of hair, and now is just landing some nasty kicks and some boots into the Empress of Darkness.
Yeah, I'm so curious to see how these two will match up, because Mickey Fortune, you'd have to say no fear, but Amber psychologically can just do things to people that I can't quite explain.
Absolutely. And it's actually pretty amazing to think that Mickey's in as good a condition as she is after a grueling hardcore fight with her husband, Zach Sabbath, last weekend at the RCW Rumble.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That match was hellacious. It went long. They both went deep into that one. To see Mickey Fortune bouncing back as quickly as she has, very impressive resilience from the Huntress.
Which also begs the question, what kind of condition is Zach Sabbath going to be in later tonight in our main event?
Yeah, I'm so keen to see that one. The hardcore match coming up right after this. But right now, we are witnessing quite a battle here between Mickey Fortune and Amber. Referee just making sure Mickey Fortune doesn't go more than 5 on the ropes there. Could be a disqualification if she does. That's right, if Mickey gets disqualified, then Amber would progress.
I think Mickey is smart enough and has been around the bend long enough to know to not get herself disqualified, Angus. But that's just my observation.
Both these women former Riot City Wrestling Women's Champions. Of course, Mickey Fortune, the final RCW Women's Champion before that title was amalgamated courtesy of Zaria into what we now know as the RCW Grand Championship.
Shout out to Zaria there, doing us all proud.
Nice bow and arrow knee placed right in the middle between those shoulder blades. Amber looking for an escape, gets up to a vertical base. And look at that, is that a mandible claw from Amber? Right on the mandibular bone.
Shades of the late great Bray Wyatt and the legendary Mick Foley, or Mankind as he was once called.
Yeah, so lots of shades of those two in Amber. More disturbing than we've seen in the women's division before. Oh, but look at that, Mickey had her scouted, caught, drops Amber right on that ring apron.
And let's not forget, Angus, the apron is the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah, it's pure steel under there. There is no give. Now, Mickey could be thinking to end it all, looking to go up top, maybe thinking Mayari, the move that's won her so many encounters here, able to roll through despite Amber getting out of the way. Amber, though, sending Mickey careening into the corner.
Takes Mickey Fortune out at the wheel using almost a forearm or an elbow straight into the knee or the upper thigh.
See, Mickey's momentum carried her halfway across the ring. Amber the cover, the kick out at 2. Amber thinking what to do next here. Thrown a lot so far at the Huntress.
See, that's the thing. When Amber walks into a room, the atmosphere changes. Just look at the eeriness that surrounds the Estonian Hall right now. It's almost like everyone's in a trance.
You know, it was a hot and muggy day earlier, but right now it is cold. There is an icy chill here at the Estonian Hall. Spinning back fist, or backhand perhaps, catching Mickey Fortune, finding its mark, and Amber now, no stranger to the top rope herself, ascending up into the corner here. I don't think she's realized Mickey Fortune back to her feet. Now has the Empress of Darkness up on her shoulders. And nice, look at that. Amber able to counter out.
Very innovative by the Empress of Darkness, and it's a beautiful tornado DDT.
Yeah, that was incredibly quick and snappy on that DDT. There you go, reverse DDT. That time from Amber. Whoa, almost the 3.
Almost shades of the Darker Soul. Robbie Hart with that inverted spinning elbow drop.
Yeah, these two are both former tag team partners, of course, Amber and Robbie Hart. Paying homage to her former partner, but Amber back to the strategy, back going up on top, but caught a forearm by Mickey Fortune. Oh, that's a nasty tumble to the outside there.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, there is no give on this wooden floor here at the Estonian Hall.
So this is a beautiful venue, but this floor is old, it is wood. They do tap dancing lessons on it. They do Estonian dancing lessons on it.
You know, we spoke about the apron having no give. Well, you know, the wooden floor has equal, if not less, amount of give.
Hey, look, it's tough to say that the safest place is in the ring, but it certainly is. Center of the ring is where you want to be, not on the outside where Amber is. Count is up to 6. Amber's got to get back in the ring. I think Mickey coming to the assist. Oh,
Jesus!
Nice. Using the ropes there to drop that DDT right on the crown of Amber's head. Now, not going to go for the cover. This is classic Mickey Fortune as of late, trying to inflict as much punishment as possible.
Do we think of Mayari here?
I think you're right. There it is, Mayari rolling through. Amber.
Thanks for coming, Amber.
Has nothing to do but take the 3.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey Fortune advancing to the semi-finals of the ACW Women's Championship tournament. But more importantly, I don't think we've seen quite a swift and decisive victory over Amber like that for quite some time, Angus.
Yeah, this is a different, a dangerous, an evil in Mickey Fortune. Able to go toe-to-toe on the psychological front with Amber and come out on top with that beautiful Mayari. Now we know. Let's take a look at our semi-final brackets. It will be Leah Lovegrove versus Savannah Subbers. And on the other side, Mickey Fortune and Ari Nicole. What a matchup that's going to be.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. But right now, we are getting for our main event, our 4-way match under hardcore rules for the ACW Evolve Championship. Let's take it now for one more time. Back to our ring announcer, Sean Thomas.
Will there be a curse? Let's find.
It is almost time for the main event of the evening. However, before we get to that title contest, we would like to remind you about the next time that you can see us here at Adelaide Championship Wrestling. Of course, as stated already, that will be at December 6th on Saturday for ACW Eminence here at the Estonian Hall. Tickets are on sale now through Eventbrite. Among many other things, we are going to see the continuation of the Women's Championship Tournament, as well as the stakes being raised ever higher as we barrel towards the next conflict between Dean Brady and Downunder. But that's Eminence. Right now, it is time for the main event of the evening. The following contest is for the ACW Evolve Championship, and it is a 4-way street fight.
Main event time here at Pick Your Poison, and I have been...
Hang on, put a sock in it for a second, Angus. You
Oh,
gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it.
You love this, don't you? You love this part. There we go. All
God,
right.
I love it when he does that. I love it.
Well, James Kray, who, by the way, has just returned from Japan this morning.
This morning.
He was on a red-eye overnight. He's just spent 2 weeks in Japan training, wrestling. It's his second home, really, but also focusing on a game plan to win back that ACW Evolve title. I hear he's been taking a lot of Big Japan Pro Wrestling, a lot of freedoms, trying to learn that hardcore deathmatch style because he's really going to need it tonight in this 4-way hardcore match, Caden Cornell.
Absolutely. Did I just hear you use the C word?
Cornell? What's your name? Caden
It's Coach. It's Coach. Coach Cornell.
Coach Caden Cornell.
Don't make me pull the whistle out.
Triple C.
Don't make me pull the whistle out, because I will do it.
James Kray, of course, the most recent former holder. He's the man who lost that title to HAVOK. So he wants to become a 3-time champion tonight. And is this the man that kicked off the curse in the first place? Won the title back at a new era. And ever since then, no one has been able to hold that title for more than one defense, Coach.
But this begs the question, Angus, will the conspiracy against Kit end here tonight? Is Kit finally going to be able to take back what in many people's minds is rightfully his, and that is the ACW Evolve Championship?
Well, I mean, in many people's minds, maybe in his mind and your mind, but that match against Sabbath earlier in the year, Kit lost that title fair and square. Hey, look, he says there's no curse. He says it's just a conspiracy against him. I guess that'll be answered here tonight. This hot potatoing, this pass the parcel with the Evolve title ends here at Pick Your Poison. And look, even though he held the title a brief 28 days, that Evolve Championship meant everything to the Dark King, Zach Sabbath. It proved that he still had what it takes after a near 20-year career, that he could still go with the best of them. And as he said earlier in the week, nobody does violence like Zach Sabbath.
Absolutely, a very, very long history of hardcore matches, street fights, no disqualification matches, you name it. The Dark King, Zach Sabbath, has done it. But let's not forget, Zach Sabbath making history earlier this year, being the first man to concurrently hold the ACW Evolve Championship and the RCW Emerald Crown simultaneously.
That's exactly right, but it was James Kray who found the winning combination. He was able to actually make Zach Sabbath tap out to that Alec Burt special, something I have never seen Zach Sabbath ever do. So let's see if the mind games of James Kray can overcome Zach Sabbath, or will Kit play an X Factor, or will it be our ACW Evolve champion? Who's coming out? Is that a car door? Where did he pinch that from? Coach, that's a car door.
That is a car door. You're very observant. Well done.
Well, here is HAVOK, the 25-year veteran, your current ACW Evolve champion. We thought his career might have been over a couple months ago, courtesy of James Kray. HAVOK able to defy the odds, going really against his doctor's wishes. Still your ACW Evolve champion. He wanted to show that there was no curse, because he himself has never lost that title.
And just let that sink in for a moment, Angus. 2.5 decades this man has been an active competitor within the squared circles.
The challengers. To the right, he weighs in at 100 kilos. From Pepperell Green, London, the Lion of the East End, James Kray.
Got a big James Kray fan over here, huh?
I know a good prospect when I see one.
In front, to the right, he is from Adelaide, South Australia. He is 200 pounds. He is Kid.
amazing ovation for the Dark King.
And so, weighing in at 210 pounds, the master of mayhem, the ACW Evolve Champion, HAVOK!
And Sean Thomas having to definitely avoid that that car door there.
Be careful there, Sunshine. You might trip over.
We've got a car door on the outside. I have no idea what we're in store for here, because this is a hotly contested championship. Everyone wants that title. This is going to be contested under hardcore rules. Your main event at Pick Your Poison. Look at the shape HAVOK is in.
Unbelievable for a man that's been wrestling 25 years to now, realistically, during the twilight years of his career, to be in the best shape of his life.
Well, this is it. The point of no return. The bell has rung. These four competitors have signed up for what could be a bloody affair. And right away, we've got Kit, we've got James Kray going up against the veterans.
You know, I spoke earlier about some beautiful headlock takedowns that we've seen here tonight. Something tells me I don't think we're going to see many of those in this one, I guess.
Yeah, I think your hunch is correct there, Coach. Here we are. Look at James Kray going to town on HAVOK. Meanwhile, in the other corner, we've got Kit and Zach Sabbath. Oh my God, look at that chop. Meanwhile, watch James Kray get caught into that blue thunder bomb.
Straight out of the gates with a blue thunder bomb there from HAVOK.
And James Kray takes some powder to the outside. Meanwhile, in the ring, you got Kit still going to town on Zach. You got HAVOK getting a piece of the action. The Kit is just fired up tonight. Of course, Zach Sabbath and HAVOK, former partners in the Kings of Ruin. The dissolution of that unit, very well documented, but I'm sure there'll be some lingering friendship between these two here.
Absolutely. We've got to remember the falling out was never between HAVOK and Zach Sabbath. And speaking of,
yeah, this is a classic tag team combination move from the former Kings of Ruin members.
well, I mean, interestingly enough, they still have the Kings of Ruin logo on both sets of their gear, so.
Oh, jeez, right to the skull. James Kray came to fight. This guy's running on no sleep, fueled by caffeinated beverages.
And not just that, this man is fueled by pure hatred for his opponents.
Literally was in Narita Airport this time last night. And now in the main event at the Estonian Hall, James Kray, he loves the fight, he loves the game. Oh, right on the trash can lid.
Kit and HAVOK also going against each other on the outside there, but
here we go, Zach Sabbath off the ropes, sending Kray to the outside. By the way, this is not falls count anywhere, but I don't think Zach Sabbath cares. I think he has some pretty evil intentions here. Watch what the Dark King's gonna do.
Dark King's gonna fly!
Tope con hilo on all three, and that's the kind of stuff you've got to pull out if you want to be successful in these kinds of matches. Really well done from the Dark King.
Zach Sabbath, the last one left standing. You've got to think, what else has he got on his mind? Going under the ring there, looking for something else. Brings in another chair.
He came out with a chair, bringing in a second chair.
Not done yet, it would seem. Still looking for more weapons.
I see a kendo stick in one corner. I see another trash can lid. Certain implement that the fans really want to see. Zach Sabbath. Oh, that is a.
Oh dear.
That is a. What is that? Timber with barbed wire on it. A piece of timber with some barbed wire. That is some sinister intentions from Zach Sabbath if he's going to use that. Now, breaking through the barricade. This one's spilling out into the arena, out into the Estonian Hall. Good thing we have two referees out here to make sure things are under control.
Absolutely, but I think the ACW faithful definitely have to be careful here. And I don't know if any of them can hear me right now, but if you are in the vicinity of what's going on down there, get out of the way, stay clear.
HAVOK head first into that merge table, courtesy of Kit. We've got a lot of our roster members out here. Hopefully they can step in if things do get too out of control. Meanwhile,
I wouldn't want to be stepping into that.
oh, no. Watch, Zach. Oh, watch HAVOK, I should say. HAVOK and Kit. Just out of view of us here.
We're having a bit of a difficult time calling this, just out of our view of vision, but it appears that Zach Sabbath and James Kray heading over towards the bar area.
Now, when you buy a ticket to an ACW show, you don't know what you're gonna get. Hold on, Zach Sabbath. Oh, hard knife edge chop. Continuing the brawl inside of our merchandise area. Is that another? That must be the trash can that the lid belongs to, at least one of the lids. He's putting it on James Kray's head.
Now, is that really any way to treat the line of the East End?
Oh, jeez, big knee to the skull, using that trash can as well.
For God's sake, this man's just gotten off a red-eye flight and now he's got to deal with this sort of rubbish.
I don't know if you've spotted back in the ring here. Kit brought a door in. I'm not sure why we have doors under the ring in the first place. Maybe it's a spare door for somewhere in the Estonian. I don't know where HAVOK has gotten to.
Kit's clearly got some evil intentions as he lays that door into the corner.
Oh, jeez. James Kray now, I think, catches Zach Sabbath on the other end. Meanwhile, I think HAVOK has found his way back into the ringside area. James Kray continues to work away on Zach Sabbath. Meanwhile, the barbed wire on that timber. No, it's going to be the kendo stick. It's pretty handy with that thing. Oh, but blocked by HAVOK with that lid like a shield. Oh my God.
Straight into the sternum, the rib cage of Kit.
Yeah, I think Kit overcompensated with that one.
I think HAVOK might think he's Captain America.
And now finally we've got two competitors back in the ring here. We've got HAVOK and Zach Sabbath. Let's see how far that camaraderie gets them now after what they've just been through.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be much camaraderie in a fatal four-way, Angus, because at the end of the day, you've got to remember, the ACW Evolve Championship is what's on the line here. And if these two friends, partners, whatever you want to call it, have to go through each other to get it, then by God, that's what they're going to do.
Someone might be going through that door in a matter of seconds here. HAVOK and Zach Sabbath have avoided disaster momentarily, but
gets the boot up on HAVOK.
Oh, look at that, double knees. The Meteora flattens HAVOK. And here, a cover for the first time in this match, broken up by James Kray. It's 2 count only, says Josh. Referee. He's got a hard task on his hand, trying to officiate this one.
Huge forearm there from Zach Sabbath, just rocking James Kray into next week.
Thinking perhaps the vile driver. James Kray blocks, however, catches Zach. Oh, brutal Michinoku driver 2.
And in comes Kit to make the save.
Kit just breaking that one up, 2 count only. So far, after what we've seen, it's hard to say who has the upper hand right now. It's going to be really hard for one person to make the cover because there's just got to be someone out there to break it up anytime you go for it.
Absolutely.
I think it's James Kray and proposing maybe an alliance here with Kit.
You got to think, HAVOK definitely coming into this match as the most disadvantaged in the entire playing field, with a 75% chance of walking out of here tonight without his Evolve Championship.
Well, hold on. I thought you were a PE teacher. I thought you were a coach. I didn't realize you knew mathematics.
I'm a jack of all trades.
Well, you know what they say about them. But here we are, center of the ring. We got James Kray and Kit. Now, this is a unique matchup I don't think I've ever seen. Oh, what? Go on the outside. What the hell?
What?
Hold on.
Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing right now?
Yeah. There's like Nerf guns or something. Or
what?
There are guns of some description under the ring.
Surely this can't be legal. I know it's no disqualification, but there's got to be some boundaries here, for God's sake. Nerf guns?
Oh, jeez. We got a standoff here. Locked and loaded. Not sure how effective these will be in a hardcore match. I'm very curious to see this. I'm wondering if they've loaded them with just plain old nerfs.
I'm just in a trance here. I don't know what to take out of this.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God!
Those are stuck right in the back. There's
One thing we didn't notice that all of these Nerf gun bullets appear to have been loaded with thumbtacks.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've been loaded with. Look, the one in Zach's back is just stuck in there. Oh my God! Launching these pin missiles into the backs of HAVOK and Zach Sabbath. Oh my God, watch out, guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the action, the only type of action that you can get right here live at Adelaide Championship Wrestling. I really have seen it all. Nerf guns, Nerf bullets in a hardcore match.
Just look at that. They are stuck. They are turning this into an acupuncture session for HAVOK and Zach Sabbath.
I know we are kind of having a bit of a laugh here, but this can't.
No,
this can't feel good for either man.
Alliance short-lived between James Kray and Kit there. Now Kit has a chair, old-fashioned hardcore weapon here. James Kray up to his feet. Kit could be thinking maybe Bushi Goroshi. I think he is, yes! Using that chair for an assist. Here's a cover, this time from Kit.
Could be new champ.
Almost. Zach Sabbath able to break it up. And the frame of that chair has just destroyed itself. Good enough, though, for HAVOK.
HAVOK throwing the frame of that chair right into the face of Kit.
Meanwhile, back to HAVOK and Zach Sabbath. Don't forget that door is still in play. It has not moved a millimeter. I'm reminded of the Fringe contest, the epic Fringe match between these two a few years ago. They had a Carnival of Horrors match. Renewing that rivalry right here tonight. Watch this!
Oh, no!
Oh, just timber and chipboard goes flying as Zach Sabbath drops HAVOK right through that table. Death Valley driver door, I should say. Just exploded upon impact.
You're lucky that you corrected yourself before I did, but Zach Sabbath now with the cover.
Oh! 2 count only.
That was 2 7/8, Angus.
So close to Zach Sabbath getting that title back around his waist. Well, we've seen chairs, we've seen barbed wire, we have seen needle-pierced Nerf bullets, we've seen doors. What else are we going to see here?
I think we're about to find out as Zach Sabbath goes back under the ring looking for yet another weapon.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, no.
The fans are happy. They see their favorite implement. Doesn't matter where you go, they always want to see tables. They love tables.
Are you hearing what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
You're getting tables, you idiot. Shut up!
You know, these guys, these fans maybe should get a job at like Harvey Norman or something. They get tables all day there. All different kinds of tables.
You know what? In the words of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, you can't always get what you want.
You can try sometimes. Oh, head first into that table. Courtesy of James Kray. James Kray going over to his corner.
Thought he was going to go back to that Nerf gun, but...
What has he got here? Is that...
Oh.
Is it barbecue season almost?
Got some skewers.
I don't think James Kray is going to be making kebabs tonight.
No, absolutely not.
Oh my God.
Those razor sharp skewers.
That's what spending a few hours at Corrigan Hall watching Freedoms will do for you. Oh!
Back fist there from Kray.
Yeah, that working. Oh! That was kicked downtown, and now Zach Sabbath has those skewers. Watch. Oh my God. Watch out, James Kray. This is not going to be pleasant.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh, jeez!
Oh!
And look, they're in his head. They have stuck in his head.
Jesus Christ.
The human shish kebab, James Kray.
What are you laughing at? This isn't funny.
Oh, it's amusing to me and these fans here. Just turn around though, because HAVOK has brought that car door into the ring, just dropping Zach Sabbath. Check the parking lot. Is someone missing a white car door? No! Stamping HAVOK's head right into that door goes Kit.
Almost a curb stomp there from Kit, straight onto that car door.
I've heard of car boot sales, but not car door sales. Now
Rolling Thunder?
Oh! Sandwiching HAVOK, and now he's going to pin him on top of that car door. His shoulder's technically not on the mat. You can't really pin him that way.
What an incompetent referee.
No, he's doing his job. Like I said, this is not a falls count anywhere match.
Come on, Kit. I'll say it right now. This guy, Kit, right now is my pick to take it home here tonight.
Oh, I would have agreed with you if HAVOK didn't just kick out.
You know, they call me the coach with the most and the man with the plan. And what I see here right now, Angus, is that this man, Kit, is going to walk away here tonight claiming back his ACW Evolve Championship.
Well, Kit believes in a conspiracy to hold him back, but I just think it's his own mentality, his own ego. Is that a cheese grater? We are raiding the kitchen now, it seems. That is a cheese grater, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting any sponsors from Bigger Cheese after this.
I don't think so. Look, I like a bit of Parmesan, I like a bit of Gouda, but I don't want to eat diced HAVOK. No, thank you.
I hate Gouda.
HAVOK able to block and now turning the cheese grater back on Kit. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, my God, just against the skull, taking layers of skin off of HAVOK. This is pure anarchy here.
Kit just seems to be enjoying this more and more with each.
He's going to try and open up HAVOK even more.
Speaking of opens up, just look at the sight of James Kray right in front of us. He's bleeding like a stuffed pig after having all those skewers jammed straight into his forehead.
Yeah, HAVOK's bleeding as well, quite profusely as well now. No! There's that Hurricane again. Thinking to end it maybe with the Northern Lights bomb. After all, we've seen the Northern Lights bomb hits.
Could be new champ here.
Here comes three-time Evolve champ James Kray, and Kit kicks out. HAVOK is just a mess in the corner right now. And a good shot of that, but James Kray pleads with the referee. Should have been 3, he says. Got to give all the credit in the world to Kit for kicking out.
Absolutely. Zach Sabbath still on the outside as well. Right now it is all James Kray and all Kit.
Yeah, that package pile driver on the car door really did a number on Zach Sabbath. He's unmoved there.
But we do know that Zach Sabbath in recent years has had a number of back injuries, neck injuries.
Oh, yeah. And this is just not what you want to see if your name is Kit.
Absolutely not.
Just like his favored Hiroshima Carps.
James Kray looking for a home run, but misses.
Oh, jeez.
Kit with a headbutt.
Kit this time has that barbed wire bat. Oh, Kray able to avoid. And you see that Zach has that bat well in hand. Oh, right across the back of Kit. And now back to somehow advantage Zach Sabbath.
Just again straight into the back of James Kray. Now, I know you've never been hit with barbed wire before, Angus, but I have. And I can tell you that barbed wire slices through skin, slices through tendons like hot butter.
Hey, look, there's a reason they use it to keep, cows and other wildlife away. That stuff is razor sharp. And now the table's set up right in the danger zone, right in the drop zone. Makes sense that Zach Sabbath would want to go after James Kray. Of course, Kray's the one who made Sabbath submit. There's a lot of unfinished business here counted by Kray, and that table just collapses.
HAVOK gets back in now and lights Kray up with a massive bicycle kick.
And this time I think HAVOK's noticed the table. Not sure why the referee's helping him out there. Let's see a bit of carnage, a bit of bloodlust in Josh Stewart. Oh, no. What's in that? Oh, that's thumbtacks. That is thumbtacks.
Now again, Angus, I know you've never been through thumbtacks in your life, and but I can tell you. Oh my God.
Just,
oh my God.
Oh, there's a dragon suplex.
Thumbtacks jammed right into the top of HAVOK's head.
Did you get a thud when Kit rolled out of the ring there? Just a lifeless body.
But what I was saying is that I know you've never been through thumbtacks in your life, but again, I have, and I can tell you, picking each of those thumbtacks individually out of your arm, one by one by one, is one of the most excruciating things I have been through in my wrestling career to this day.
Yeah, look, I don't need to go through them to know that that would hurt like hell. And HAVOK's head is just a pin cushion. He is a human pin cushion, and Zach Sabbath saying the job is not done.
Or is he the human Nerf gun?
Yeah, that too. Oh! Still not done with that barbed wire. It's barely hanging on. Kit readjusts and gets HAVOK as well. This is a precarious position. What is Kit doing here? Oh my God! Somehow, someway, Kit managed to put both men through the table with that power bomb. And I don't know who got the worst of that. I think HAVOK landed slightly less on the table, but I think Zach got more thumbtacks. Holy shit is right.
Now, I hate to agree with you, Angus, because you're never right, but on this occasion you are. Holy you know what.
And Zach Sabbath, as he rolls out, here comes James Kray back in the ring with that decapitated chair, and it goes right into the cranium of James Kray. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh my God, just right around the throat. James is in a bad position, and Kit takes that.
Could be looking for that CT knee.
Oh my God, he gets it. CT knee, cover, new
could be it.
Champion.
By God, he's done it. That's my boy.
Well, can I say the curse may indeed be a conspiracy, but it still is a curse for HAVOK. For the title now back around the waist of the man who kicked it all off. Kit, your new ACW Evolve champion. And you know what? Deservingly so, Coach.
Finally, this is the smartest thing you have said all night, Angus. The ACW Championship is finally, by God, finally back where it belongs. And that is in the rightful hands of...
Wait a second. It might not be over.
No, you're kidding me. No, this can't happen.
That is your Rise to Glory contract holder. And he's saying...
Someone's got to get out here and stop this.
Is he saying cash it in? He is, I think.
No! What?
Oh my God, just after Kit won that title. Waiting for the referee's instruction. Here we go. Your new main event right now. It is gonna be Mr. Cliff versus Kit for the Evolve title. Big knee to the head. Oh no, watch Kit here.
Mr. Cliff goes up.
Oh, Mr. Cliff fights out. Mr. Cliff fights out. There's that pedigree.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, Kit. Kick out. Kick out. Kick.
Mr. Cliff is your new champion. The fans are on their feet here at Estonian Hall. Mr. Cliff, your new ACW Evolve champion. What have we witnessed here?
I am I am absolutely sick, Angus. I am sick to my stomach of what has just transpired here tonight.
Mr. Cliff finally finds the opportunity to cash in that Rise to Glory contract. Your new Evolve champion, Coach.
You know what? That's not what happened. What happened and what you just saw was that Mr. Cliff snuck in through the back door like a coward and cashed in on Kit when he was down and out for the count. And I, for one, am disgraced as a coach, I am disgraced as a teacher, and I am disgraced as a professional wrestler and a commentator for ACW.
Well, look, is the curse still on? Mr. Cliff was able to win it. Now he's got to defend it. That is coming up. I'm sure Mr. Cliff has a lot to say now that he is your ACW Evolve champion. But the next time you will see us, December 6th, it will be ACW Eminence. We know the main event. It is going to be Dean Brady versus Downunder. Downunder is putting his career on the line against Dean Brady and the Old Guard in ACW. As Mr. Cliff celebrates, we are going to sign off. For Coach Cornell, I've been the historian Angus Ardacey. Farewell for now, but not forever.